So, in the last class, in fact, we have covered up to number range, but see, all the basics. Let us have a recap of whatever we have discussed regarding the customization in the last class. First of all, what we did, we copy the chart of depreciation from a template. There are different templates for different countries, and for country India there is also a template available. So we copy that template to our chart of depreciation, which is the name is exactly equal to the name of my company code. And second thing is, I assign the chart of depreciation to company code in the second one. And in the meantime, see, suppose I am going to this one. Let us go to this one. There are three steps actually. First one is copy, second one is description change. Actually, whenever we will copy, the name which is appearing for others, that means from who is we are copying, that will also come. For example, suppose in the first time when I copied from Indian template, the name of the descriptive name of Indian template was also copied. So what I did, I went to this screen, specify description, and under the specify description, I go to my chart of depreciation and I just remove this one. I change this one. Okay, so the long description, I changed it, then I save. And in the third stage, I deleted the depreciation areas which is no more required, because whenever I copied from the country India template, many types of depreciation areas came. Each and every depreciation area cater to the needs of different requirements. So I deleted all the depreciation area except one depreciation area which is required for my posting in as per the Companies Act. So this is the customization I did. And here there are actually this is the template, rest I have deleted. And one thing I have to do here, this one, I know that for the parallel accounting I use the ledger concept, isn't it? Because the 0L is the leading ledger, and other ledgers whatever is created, that is used for the tax reporting, or that is used for other kinds of reporting which is required. So though I have created one for the Companies Act, but the most important thing is, in my company code I created two parallel ledgers. One is 0L, which is called the leading ledger, and I have also created another ledger for tax reporting. As we are not creating any kind of parallel taxation related or parallel chart of depreciation area for income tax purpose, therefore only one depreciation area we are following. But I have to assign here the target ledger group, which I have omitted in the last class, but this is a mandatory area. Even if this is omitted here, finally it has to be done. So now I am assigning my leading ledger here, because I know leading ledger 0L is for our reporting as per the Companies Act. So this is the real depreciation area. That means all the entries relating to acquisition and production cost, as well as depreciation, all the accounting entries will be passed here initially. Therefore it is in posting in GL, it is selected as area posts in real time. Actually there are a lot of options, but the required option here is area posts in real time. That means whenever any transactions will be posted, it will be posted on a real time basis here. But the depreciation posting is not real time. Depreciation posting is a periodical activity. So So whenever we are selecting area posts in real time, that means all the things will be posted in real time. Though there are different options. See, area posts in real time, area posts APC and depreciation periodically. APC means asset procurement cost. Area posts depreciation only. That means there may be some other depreciation area where we have to use only 3 area posts depreciation only. So what is the situation? The situation is, suppose we could use the tax reporting. In this case, instead of 1, we could have to use only this. That means area posts depreciation only, because in case of taxation the depreciation changes. So therefore only change is relating to the depreciation. So but for the book depreciation, this should be always area posts in real time. Book depreciation area, this is posts in real time, and we have to assign the target ledger group. Okay, so that is the thing I have to do. Then I have to click on save. So this is a mandatory area. If it is not completed in the initial stages, when I have kept the depreciation area 1 and removed everything, but later on it has to be done, otherwise error will come. So that is the thing what is covered initially. And then I assign the chart of depreciation to company code, and I came to the next, that is my asset class. Okay, so asset class, there are different organizational objects we created. So just a minute. Asset class. No, I am not. Sorry, I was in lean implementation. I should be in organizational structure. So that's why those things are not showing here. Many things are same. So these things are very same, but in asset class, okay, in asset class I created, the first is your account determination. Okay, so I created 4 numbers of organizational objects for our account determination. 6 numbers of organizational object. What are those 6 subject? The first one is land, second one is building, okay, then third one is plant and machinery, fourth one is furniture and fixtures, and fifth one is vehicles, sixth one is capital work in progress. So there may be maximum this varieties of assets found in your organization, found in my company code 7200. So I created 6 numbers of account determination. This account determination is such a kind of identification or organizational object which helps in finding out the appropriate GL in different cases of asset transaction. What are the asset related transactions? We know asset related transactions are basically procurement of asset directly, or construction of asset in-house, and final capitalization, periodical depreciation posting, then your declaring the asset as scrap, or selling the asset, second hand asset, and remove it, transferring one asset from one business area to another business area, or one profit center to another profit center within the organization. Okay, so these are basically the transactions relating to the asset. So for those transactions, GL posting should happen, that accounting entries should be passed, and those accounting entries are purely automatic. Most accounting entries are purely automatic. So in which types of transactions, which types of entry will be generated, that is possible through this account determination, through this account determination. So why we have created different account determination? Let us say, suppose we are purchasing a building. is the journal entry which is passed for purchasing a building for our factory or office, is it the same if we purchase the furniture? No, it is not the same, because in case of purchase of building, it will hit to the building account, GL account building. But whenever we are purchasing any furniture, then it will hit to the GL account furniture and fixtures. So the GL account tagging is different. So that's why, very simplified process, I have created 6 numbers of account determination for this purpose. Similarly, I am creating 6 numbers of screen layout rules. So this screen layout rules helps in determining how the screen looks like whenever I will create the master record, asset master record. Asset master record is nothing but these are the subsidiary ledger. So whenever I maintain the subsidiary ledger or asset register, I can say asset master record, I can say asset register, individual asset register, which is a subsidiary ledger below the general ledger. So how that will looks like, which fields are mandatory, which fields are optional, that has to be decided, and therefore I am creating 6 numbers of screen layout rules. Okay, so whenever users will use the asset, will create the asset master, they have to make some fields mandatory. Once I create the layout rules, then whenever the user has to create a asset master record, they have to compulsorily fulfill the mandatory fields. For example, suppose I am going to purchase one set of furnitures, okay, for my organization, for my office. So whenever that furniture will be purchased, the person who is creating furniture master record, it has to compulsorily put the date of put to use. Okay, if it will not fulfill the date of put to use, what will happen? Depreciation cannot be charged. Similarly, depreciation key has to be assigned. In SAP fixed asset accounting, we have to make a depreciation key, and that key has to be linked with the asset master, particular asset master, which is subject to depreciation as per the regulation, as per the rate, or as per the life. So if that key is not assigned, then depreciation cannot be calculated. That means that asset master record is not complete. So therefore, in the screen layout, I should make some areas compulsory, like field status group, field status variant. What was the purpose previously? The purpose was to make certain field as required entry, and certain field as optional entry, and certain fields as suppress. Same thing I have to do here for the purpose of my asset master record. So I have also created 6 numbers of screen layout rules. Then I am coming to the number range. So I have to also create 6 numbers of number ranges. But I have created only 4 numbers in the last class. So what I have to do? I have to create more number ranges, which is left out. Let us create 05, that is 4012 500. Then I will click enter. Then 06, then 5012 600, enter. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6. This range is for land, this range is for building, this range is for plant and machinery, this range is for furniture and fixture, this range is for the vehicles, and last one is for the capital work in progress. So this number range is helps us in assigning the asset number or subsidiary ledger number. So save it. Then I create the asset class. So asset class is also another identification under which all the parameters what is created previously, that is your account determination, screen layout rules, and your uh, number ranges, all these things will be linked to the asset class, and asset class will be finally linked to the particular asset master. That means whenever we will create the asset master, we have to choose a specific asset class. Once we choose the specific asset class, then what happened? All the parameters like account determination, screen layout rules, number range, everything is automatically selected, because all these three things, that is account determination, screen layout rules, number ranges, these are linked with the asset class. Then asset class will be linked to the subsidiary ledger, so automatically everything is linked. So now this is the only asset class which was created last time. Let us fulfill the sort name also, otherwise it is not showing good, it is showing as gap. Same name also give to the sort name. Okay, so let us go to the next one. Next one I am putting here 7200 BUIL, that is 7200 building, and here I have to select the account determination for which I have created this one, and I have to create the screen layout rules. So I have created the screen layout rules building, and I have to assign the number range. So very simply I can assign the number range. Sorry, it is log off. Okay, it was unfortunately log off. So I am going to the same place, that is my asset accounting, then I am coming to the organizational structure, then asset class. Okay, then I am coming to the define asset class. Okay, so I have created only land. Now I will create the latter one, that is building. This is 7200 buildings. Then I am coming to the account determination. Which account determination I have created compatible with this one. Then I am coming to the screen layout rule. This is the screen layout rule, and this is the number range. So what is the number range I have created? 02. Okay, if I come also I can see. So this is different company codes. My company code is different. So this is there. See this one. So this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have created 6 numbers. So 6 numbers for these kinds of things. So 02 I am selecting, and I am selecting include asset, no AUC or summary management AUC, because asset under construction I will create a different asset class. So except asset under construction, all the asset, this radio button is by default, no asset under construction. That means this is the ready-made things. So click on save. Then click on the next button. Next button I am giving the name 7200 P and M. That means 7200 plant and machinery. and here 7200 sort name I can have P and M, and I am coming to the account determination. This actually, this screen is something where I am making all the linkage. This is a logical, very logical screen. This screen I am creating one organizational object and I am linking other organizational object which is already created in a single screen. So this single screen is a clubbing point of lots of different organizational structures, and this, in this screen I am creating one organizational object. However, simultaneously I am linking other organizational object, that is account determination, screen layout rules and number ranges. Okay, because once it is linked to this one, then automatically everything is linked. And finally, this asset clash will be linked to the specific assets. Okay, so this is my plant and machinery. I will use, this is the screen layout, account determination. Then I will come to the screen layout. This is my screen layout, and I will come to the number range. Number range is 03. This is also same. Click on save. So I will click on the next button. Okay, so next button I will give it the name 7200 F and F, that is 7200 furniture and fixture. So here I will be having 7200 furniture and fixture. Then I am coming to the account determination. So account determination, this one. I am coming to the screen layout. Screen layout 72FF, and this is 04. Select include asset, then click on save. So land over, building over, plant and machinery over, furniture and fixture is over. Now I will come to the next one, that is vehicles. So click on the next entry button. Vehicles, I will have 7200 VECH, let us have, and 7200 vehicles. Here 7200 vehicles. Then I am coming to the account determination. So I have created the account determination for vehicle. So this is my account determination, and I am coming to the screen layout. This is my screen layout. Number range is 05. Select include asset, click on save. Then I will click on the next entry button, and this is the final one. So this final one is not regarding any complete asset. This is regarding those assets which are under progress. That means the completion and put to use has not come. So those kinds of assets will come under a special asset clash, different asset clash. It cannot be mixed up with other asset clash, because there are only two things where no depreciation will be calculated. First one is land, second one is capital work in progress. Why depreciation on land is not there? Because the land is always appreciate. And regarding the capital work in progress, this is not put to use. Okay, this is work under progress, capital works under progress. So on the day when it will be put to use, or when it will be finally capitalized with a different identity, and then only depreciation will be charged from that date. So I am putting 7200 CWIP, and I am putting here 7200 capital work in progress. Here I am having 7200 CWIP, and here is the screen layout, last one. So this one, screen layout rules, also I have created that one, 72CW, number range is 06. Here I have to select, see, previously it was no AUC or summary management, AUC, that means except this all the assets was not under construction, those are straightforward capitalized. But this is the only asset class under which whatever asset we will create or whatever expenditure we will do, that will be finally settled. Where it will be settled? It will be settled to specific asset. So during the process, lots of line items will be created, but finally when the asset will be ready, before that we have to settle those line items. Line items means nature of expenses. Suppose you are constructing a asset, you purchase raw material, you paid wages, you paid carriage, there are different overheads, you have to pay the loan interest. So interest during the construction period, you know, as per the accounting standard, those line items will be also settled, those line items will be also added to the cost of capital. So there can be huge numbers of line items that will be created during the construction. However, those line items has to be finally settled to the specific asset, which will get a new identity. Till then, all the line items will appear under CWIP, that is asset class 7200 CWIP. Finally, suppose your building is ready, then the entry will be passed, building account debited, to CWIP. So CWIP will be nullified and building will be increased. So therefore here the status is different. You don't have to put this radio button, but you have to select, we have to select line item settlement, then click on save. Okay. So now I have created different asset class which will be used for my purpose. Okay. So 6 numbers of asset classes are there. The last asset class I have selected line item settlement, right? Before that, no other asset class will be having line items. So line item settlement, no other asset class was there which is subject to line item settlement, because those are ready-made assets. Okay. Now I am coming to the next one. Okay. So next one is your regarding your this is your asset class which is over. Then I will come to the master data. This section I will come, but now I am coming to this section, master data section. In the master data section, I have to come to the screen layout. Click on the screen layout. So previously also I have decided regarding the screen layout, how screen layout will be there. Now in this screen layout, there is a customization step, define screen layout for asset master data and define screen layout for asset depreciation area. So there are 2 numbers of nodes. So we are going to prefer the first node. If we prefer the second node, then it is applicable to all the asset class under our organization. So let us select, we have to make certain variations, flexibility. So I click on this one and I click on define screen layout for asset master data. Okay, so screen layout I have already created. Then I will decide how what things are compulsory or required entry, what things will be suppressed, and what things are optional. That decision I have to decide now. So first of all, I am coming to the land, right? So whenever I am coming to the land, I click on the logical field group folder. Okay. So after logical field group folder, then I have to select posting information. Then I have to select field group rules. See, capitalization date, here it is optional. What I have to do? I have to select it as required entry. Why? Because capitalization date is always mandatory whenever we will create a subledger or asset master, because that will be subsequently checked by my auditors, and it is an evidence that that is the put to use date. Though in case of land, capitalization date doesn't decide about the depreciation, because land is not subject to depreciation, but for other areas also, other asset also, capitalization date is very much required, because it determines the date from which depreciation is started. Then I have to select MN number, sub number, and copy. What does it mean? MN number means main asset, SB number means sub asset, copy means if another asset will be created with reference to this asset. I have to select checkbox correct, right checkbox to all, because capitalization date of capitalization is not only relevant for the main asset but also for the sub asset also, because sub asset, though the value is less than the main asset, but also that is subject to depreciation and subject to verification. So put to use date is relevant both for the main asset as well as sub asset. So main asset, sub asset, how it can be distinguished? Normally what happened, the UPS which is added to the computer, desktop computer, uninterrupted power supply, that is, we can call it a sub asset. And computer, we can desktop, we can call it main asset. Normally the main asset and the sub asset, the life is entirely different, as well as the sub asset can be detached from the main asset and can be used somewhere, and other main sub asset can be added here. So click on save in my request, then come back and click on the third one, that is time dependent data. Just a minute, I have to select the time dependent data and click on the field group rules. Right here, the cost center is required entry. I can make it optional because costing is not covered. I don't want to make it required, but it will be there in the screen. I can put the value or may not, it doesn't matter, but I can put the value. I am not making it optional. Click on save. Why it is called time dependent data? Let us understand why this, but all these fields are called time dependent data, because all these fields that can be changed over time. The asset may exist number of years, but these informations can be changed. So these fields are called time dependent fields or time dependent data. For example, cost center. Suppose a particular asset is used in a cost center, say your canteen. Later on, the organization wants to shift that asset to our factory, okay, manufacturing unit, or our city office. That is also possible. So in this case, cost center changes. Asset is live, but the other information relating to the asset is changed. So cost center is a time dependent data, business area is a time dependent data, location is a time dependent data. So these things are all time dependent data, right? So here cost center, I make it optional entry. Okay, so click on save, then come back. Same way I created land, then I will do the same thing for other screen layout. Like I will select the 72BU, that is building, click on the logical field group, select the posting information. Here itself I have to make the change. Click on field group rules. See, capitalization date, it is optional. I have to make it required. Why? So that my end users who are creating asset master, unless and until they put the capitalization date, the asset master cannot be saved. Their work cannot be complete. So that kind of control mechanism I am putting here. So I make capitalization date required entry, MN number, SB number and copy, then click on save. Again come back, select this time dependent data, click on field group rules. Here cost center is required entry, let us select it optional, and MN number, SB number and copy, select it, click on save. Okay, so in the same manner I have to do after this building. I have to select this plant and machineries, click on the logical field, select the posting information, field group rules, capitalization date, make it required entry, MN number, SB number, copy, then click on save. Then come back, select time dependent data, click on the field group rules, cost center, make it optional entry, cost center, make it optional entry, click also, then put it as saved. So plant and machinery is over. Then I will come to the next screen layout, that is furniture and fixtures. Click on the logical field group, select the posting information, click on the field groups, capitalization date, make required entry, main asset, sub asset and copy, click on save. Then I will come back, select the time dependent data. So in the time dependent data, cost center is required, make it optional, MN number, SB number and copy, click on save. So after furniture and fixture, I will come to vehicles. Select vehicles, click on the logical field group, select the posting information, click on the field group, capitalization date, make it required entry, MN number, SB number, copy, click on save. Then come back, vehicles, time dependent factor is left out. Select the time dependent, field group, cost center, make it optional. Same thing actually I am doing everywhere. And I am coming to the last part. So last part is CWIP. So select screen layout.
Sir,
yes.
Sir, we are using only two. One is posting information and time dependence.
Yes.
What about the others?
Others can be used for different purposes. Let us go to someone. What are the other screens available at the time of creating asset master? For example, suppose we created a customer master previously or vendor master. You have noticed so many informations are required for creating a customer or creating a vendor, but we could use only very few informations. Similarly, whenever we are creating any machine asset register or asset master of a particular machine which is just recently purchased, so many informations are required, which are divided into different logical field groups. Okay, so many logical field groups are there. Out of these logical field groups, normally General data is very much common, the name of that asset and everything. Just I'm just selecting this one and just see description of the asset. It must be a required entry. What is the description of that asset? Inventory number, unit of measure. Sometimes the asset has to be have a unit of measure. Similarly, quantity, serial number, asset main number, text. So these things are relating to general data. Similarly, if we select the posting information, so in the posting information, capitalization date is always required, and this purchase order date. Suppose one asset is purchased through PO mechanism. So in this case, uh, we may have to put some additional information. What is the PO date? So we may make it required like it. So these are basic informations for posting information. Time dependent data I have already discussed, that what is the license plate number. Suppose we are purchasing a asset motor vehicle. So in case of motor vehicle, the license plate number is always required. Maybe in the plant and machinery the license plate is not required. I can make it no, or I can make it optional. But if we are purchasing a motor vehicle, for that screen layout I have to actually make it required entry, but I have just make it as it is. So similarly, some of the assets relating to which multi shift factor, shutdown. So these are time dependent data, it changes. I am coming to the allocations. This is completely a different requirement. Group number, evaluation group number. So evaluation group number is nothing but it is some identification through which we can group the asset. Suppose we have thousands of plant and machinery. I have to group the plants and machineries on different criteria, different basis. So in this case, I have to create a evaluation group and assign it to specific evaluation group. So these are these things. Similarly, leasing. Suppose asset is on lease. So lease data, leasing long text, capital lease method. So these things are required also. So many things are required in asset master record. Investment support is also one of them. Insurance is one of them. For example, a particular asset may be subject to insurance every year. So whenever I am creating asset master, the insurance expiry date is very much important. Insurance policy date, what is the amount of insurance premium paid. So those things are required. So we may put those things as required entry, so that whenever the user is creating that particular asset, insurance related information is mandatory. Okay, so that actually this is one kind of internal control mechanism. We can control to our user to act responsibly, because if these things are required, they have to compulsorily fulfill. If they do not fulfill, if we put it required and if they do not fulfill, then it will show error message. So these are the things, very basic things regarding posting information and time dependent data I have assigned. Other informations, my scenario doesn't require to present, so I'm just bypassing all these things. But as per the different organizational requirement, the user has to be compulsorily follow whatever will be opted here. Okay, like insurance related informations, evaluation group related informations, etc., number plate related information, like this. So this is regarding my decision of the screen, how the master data screen will look like. So this is my requirement. Then I am coming to the screen layout for asset depreciation area. I'm coming to the next one, screen layout for asset depreciation area. So this is the second one. First one is, second one also I have to follow. Though I have decided those things, but here I have to decide the screen layout as per the depreciation areas also. I have two numbers of screen layout. One is 1000, that is for the depreciation on main asset number. Another is depreciation on this is okay, depreciation on sub asset number level. Okay, those things are there, 1000 and 2000. So let us select first 1000. Click on the field group. Here the depreciation key is required entry. Yes, that is also required. Here I have to select clash, MN number, SB number and copy. Okay, asset clash. No, asset clash is okay, let it be. Depreciation key is required. I do not require it in the asset clash. I will require it in the asset itself, because in a particular asset clash there can be different depreciation rates or life. So asset class level I will not decide. Suppose plant and machinery is a class. If I select here tick mark as clash, that means all the plant and machinery will be having a same life, but that is not practicable. That is not also the scenario. So I do not select that. Depreciation key is required entry in main asset, sub asset as well as copy. So that is the requirement. Useful life I am putting it optional. I can make it required also. I can put it optional. So ordinary depreciation start date. So most of the things are put at optional, but depreciation key should be always required, so that it should not be escaped. Without depreciation key there is no value. There is no value of creating any asset master, because even if we create a asset master without depreciation key, then no use of that asset master. Okay, so that is the thing.
Sir, this 1000 and 6000 both are same. Is there any difference, sir?
Actually somebody I think has created this one, copied and created. Yes, here somebody has created and make useful life as required also. Actually if that person could tamper this one, then it is applicable to all. So it has been copied and change the name and make the life also as compulsory. Okay, so that is the thing which happened. So in sub number level also same thing will be there, depreciation key. Useful life I am not making required entry, because useful life is required entry in case of assets which are under the Companies Act, and as per the income tax, suppose some cases there is a scenario to be added, Income Tax Act, then their life is not important. So we most of the cases, if it is parallelly followed, then we make it optional. Otherwise we can make the useful life as required. So all other things are very similar in case of main asset as well as in case of sub asset also. Okay. Now I will go to the next customization. Next customization is determine depreciation areas in the asset clash. Determine depreciation areas in the asset clash. So this will come under the valuations. Select. Now I will select determine depreciation areas in the asset clash. I have to put my chart of depreciation 7200. Okay, so I have to select my asset clash. Let us select asset clash one by one. Okay, so the first one is my land. This is the asset clash. Click on the depreciation area. right? So now I have to, this is my asset class, this is the depreciation area, book depreciation. I have to select the screen layout. So what is the screen layout I have to select? Click here. There are, this is main asset, this is sub asset. Let us select this as depreciation on main asset level. Okay. Then I have to deselect the area deactivate. Actually, area deactivate means this particular asset class is by default deactivated. So I am making it, I am deselecting this, and here it is no maximum amount check. What is the, or it is called as LVA check. So, you know, commercial organizations, they have a policy regarding capitalization of a asset. My organization case, I am saying any asset which is less than 5,000 or less, the value is rupees 5,000 or less, even if that is asset, that is not capitalized. For example, we are purchasing ceiling fans. The value of a ceiling fan is say 2000 or 2500, or maximum it is 3000 rupees, but that is not capitalized because the value is less than 5000. So every organization will be having a policy, but here we don't have any policy. That's why no maximum amount check. So LVA, that is called low value asset check. Okay. So if any organization have a policy, then it could before capitalization it could check the value. And area deactivate, always it should be deselected, otherwise that asset class will be of no use. Click on save. Okay, then click on the next one. Let us click on the next one. Just come back and okay. Okay, it now the depreciation key is not showing. Let us do it. See, I have selected such screen layout where the depreciation key it is not asking. Let us again do it. Okay, land has no depreciation actually, but there can be a zero depreciation key. Let us select it 2000, sub number label. Okay, here the depreciation key it is asking. Okay, it is asking a depreciation key. Later on also we can change the depreciation. I am making the depreciation key which is already there in the SAP system, no depreciation and no interest. Let us assign it and see how this is behaving. Okay, suppose I change it later on. Suppose, what will happen? Okay, data is saved. So there is a by default depreciation key which is showing here, but that can be also changed later on. Okay, fine. So let us assign the depreciation key, this one. Save it. Okay, so like this we will do it for others also. Like land is over, then we will come to building. Select the building, click on the depreciation area, select the screen layout, then depreciation on asset sub number label, deselect area deactivate, click on save. Once I click on save, it is asking a depreciation key. Let us assign a depreciation key here, but later on we will change. Suppose I assign a depreciation key also 0, but whenever I will create a asset, I will change the depreciation key as per the requirement. This is the default depreciation key. Similarly, let us create another one that is for my plant and machinery. double click, select screen layout 2000, select deselect area deactivation, click on save, select the depreciation key, this one is the depreciation key, click on save. So plant and machinery is over. Then I am coming to the furniture and fixtures, select the furniture and fixtures, click on the depreciation area, then select this screen layout, then deselect this deactivation, click on save, then select the depreciation key 0, click on save. 0 is the by default, but later on we will change as per the life or percentage, whatever may be. Then I am coming to the final one. Final one is CWIP. Select CWIP, click on the depreciation area. So in this case I can select this one, depreciation on main asset, AUC. Let us deselect, click on save. Okay, so why I am selecting this one? Because this is created for asset under construction where there is no depreciation key required. See, no depreciation key and nothing, because CWIP is not subject to depreciation. Okay, so I am coming back. I have okay, so for all asset class that is over. Then I will create the GL accounts. Now I will create 15 numbers of GL accounts. Why 15 numbers of GL accounts? Because for 6 numbers of asset group I have to create 6. For land, 1 GL account will be there. For building, plant and machinery, furniture and fixture, vehicles, capital work in progress. Similarly, another 4 numbers of accumulated depreciation GL is required. One is accumulated depreciation on building, accumulated depreciation on plant and machinery, accumulated depreciation on furniture and fixtures, accumulated depreciation on vehicles. Similarly, I require one GL account, that is expenses, which is called depreciation. For depreciation I will create only one GL, but for accumulated depreciation I will create separate, right? So for depreciation there is no different GL like depreciation on building, depreciation on plant and machinery, furniture and fixtures and vehicle. This will be only one GL, but for accumulated depreciation I will create different GLs. Similarly, I will create another GL as asset sale, profit on sale of asset, loss on sale of asset, loss due to scrapping. Okay, so these are the GL accounts I will create. 15 numbers of GL account. Let us create one by one. So GL creation, FS00. So I am very close to the end stage of customization. I am gradually just after GL account creation also I will be having some further steps. Now I will change the company code 7200. Okay, and I will also open another session for OBD4 because I have to see the groups, account groups. So 7200. Okay, so I have to create first the GL account for asset. Okay, fixed asset GL account. So how many assets are there? Here it is a current asset, and that is non-current asset, and these are other assets. Okay, so after this other asset, let us create another group for fixed assets. Under that I will create. So select this other asset. Let us have fixed assets, and let us have 200 300 to 200 399. Then click on save, right? So under that I will create. So I am coming back here. So whenever I will create a fixed asset, I have already told you that that will be a reconciliation ledger, because every fixed asset there will be so many numbers of subsidiary ledger under it. So the best part is I have to copy it from sundry debtors, okay, because uh, because it is a subsidiary reconciliation ledger kind of things. So I am copying it from sundry debtor, and what is the GL account number I will give? I will give 200 300 to 200 399. So first one I am giving 200 300, then enter. Okay. Now this is current asset. Change it to fixed asset. This one, and change it to land, or I can change it to freehold land, because there may be leasehold land. So I'm good doing it freehold land. Okay, freehold land. Now I will come to the control data tab. This is very important. I know that you have to just remind here that this is a reconciliation ledger. Though this is a general ledger, but the type of general ledger is, this is reconciliation ledger, because there can be many patches of land at different places in your asset register, or there can be different subsidiary ledgers. But on the asset side of the balance sheet, only one figure, only one consolidated amount will appear under the freehold land. So here I have to select the reconciliation account type asset. Previously you have covered vendor as well as customer. So now I will select reconciliation account type asset, right? So tax related category I am removing here, not showing posting without tax. Those things I am removing here, and click on save. Okay, so we have created one GL, that is freehold land. Let us create the another GL. So select this one, click on the copy as, here I will come to the description, that is building. Okay, other things are very much same. I don't have to make any changes. Just click on save. Then copy it and create another one. So 3,02,000. Okay, so I am putting here plant and machinery. Plant and machinery. Plant and machinery. Other things are very much same. Don't have to make any change. Click on save. Then select, copy another one, that is your furniture and fixtures. So put the short text and long text, furniture and fixtures. Here furnitures and fixtures. Other things are also same. Just click on save. Then so 1 2 3 4 over. Then we are coming to the 5th one. 5th one is your vehicles. Now change the description to motor vehicles. Motor vehicles. Click on save. Then the last one, sixth one. Sixth one is capital work in progress. That is also under fixed assets. Here I am putting the short text CWIP and long text is capital work in progress. Click on save. Right? So I have created 6 numbers of GL account under fixed assets. Right? Okay. Then I will come to the next one. Next one I will create accumulated depreciation. Okay, I will create accumulated depreciation, GL account relating to accumulated depreciation. So for accumulated depreciation there is no similar groups available. So let us create the another group for accumulated depreciation under the liability side. So let us see how many groups are available in the liability side. Share capital is there, reserve and surplus, non-current liability, that one non-current liability. Then I will create another liability which is, this is your current liability, current and non-current. So apart from non-current, let us select another one, that is accumulated depreciation. Though it is a kind of non-current, but let us create another one, SCCD, accumulated depreciation. Accumulated depreciation, and we are selecting, we are creating 100 400 to 100 499. Okay, click on save. Now we have to create. So while creating accumulated depreciation, I have to declare the depreciation. Normal depreciation will be on these 4 varieties: building, plant and machinery, furniture and motor vehicle. So copy it from building first. First one is 100 400. Click on continue. I will select it as accumulated depreciation. I think this is not refreshed. Refresh it and come back. I am putting cancel. Data has been changed. No. I am coming back again. FS00. Okay, fine. So I have to copy it from building. Copy it. Now it is 100 400, first one. Continue. So I have, where is accumulated depreciation? I have created, yes, this one, accumulated depreciation. So select here accumulated depreciation hyphen building, and here in the long text accumulated depreciation on building. Okay, most important thing is you have to also select this one, reconciliation account type asset. Click on save. Then I will create the next one. Just copy this one, select this one, click on the copy as, give it 100 401, accumulated depreciation, plant and machinery, and M. Similarly, accumulated depreciation on plant and machinery. Other things are very much same. Click on save. Then again copy. Put it as 100,402. Give it the name F and F, furniture and fixtures. Accumulated depreciation on furniture and fixtures. Other things are very much same. Click on save. Then again put the cursor here, then click on copy, give it the number 100,403, click enter. Here accumulated depreciation on vehicles, accumulated depreciation on vehicles. Click on save. Okay, so I have created accumulated depreciation for 4 numbers of different groups of fixed asset. Then I will come to and create asset sale account. I will create a asset sale account. Normal sales account I have created under the revenue, but asset sale is not under the revenue. It is a other revenue. So I will select this sales and other revenue I have created under 300. Let us see it. Other revenue, what are the GLs I have created? Other revenue, other income. Okay, 300, 100, 300, 101, that is already created. So asset sale we have to create it under 300, 102, right? So I can copy this one, 300, 101, give it the name 300, 102, continue. It will be easier for me. So I am giving it the short text asset sales. Here also asset sales. Okay, so I am selecting this as asset sales account, and here I have to put the select the sort key. Sort key I have to select specific relating to the asset number G0018. Suppose I am selling the asset. For selling the asset, there are different field status group actually which can be used. Let us select asset account without accumulated depreciation, asset clearing account. Okay, select G007. Let us see if there will be any problem. We will just change. Then at the time of sale of asset, there can be profit on sale or loss on sale. If there is a profit on sale, then that is also will be having the same one, other income. So select this one, click on, put it as 300, 103. So type description, put it on profit on asset sale, profit on asset sale, then click on save. Then it may happens that there will be loss on sale of asset. So when there is loss on sale of asset, it is under administration expenses. So I can have select rent 400, 200. I am putting here 400, 202. Okay, so I put the name as loss on asset sale, loss on asset sale. Okay, then click on save. And finally I have to create another GL account which is called loss due to scrapping and depreciation. This GL account I have to create. Loss due to scrapping. Loss due to scrapping also I can put it here also, same thing, 400,203, enter. Loss due to scrapping, loss due to scrap, loss due to scrapping. Click on save. Then I am creating another group for specifically for depreciation. Okay, depreciation there is no group, at least I can make a separate group for depreciation, or I can put it under administrative also, but basically it is always a separate group. Let us create it as a separate group. Let us see how many are there. 400, 299, that is administration. After that I think, okay, nothing is there, so I can select this one, copy as, I can put it DPR, I can put it here, depreciation DPR, depreciation, and I am putting here 400, 300 to 400, 399, and enter. Click on save. Okay, so let us refresh this. Again go to FS00, and depreciation I can select any administrative expenses like rent, and I will be having 400, 300, and I have to change it to another group called depreciation, and this is normal depreciation for all category of asset, so there is no distinguishment like accumulated depreciation, because finally it will be merged to PL. There is no OB of depreciation, but accumulated depreciation will be having a opening balances, so therefore it should be separately identified. But depreciation, there is no opening balance, it will be merged in the profit and loss account, so such distinguishment is not required. That distinguishment can be made from the report itself. GL level distinguishment is not required, so click on save. Okay, so these are the GL accounts I have created. In the next class I will link those GL accounts with our account determination, then subsequent customizations I will do. But first of all, in the next class I will link this GL account to account determination for automatic posting. Okay, so good night to all of you. I am sending the recording, please do the practice.